Greenland, the world's largest island, is a vast icy landmass in the Arctic, yet it is politically connected to a small European country, Denmark. How did this unusual relationship come to be? In this video, we will explore the historical events that led Denmark to control Greenland, how the island's strategic importance has changed over time, and what the future might hold for Greenland's political status. Long before any European influence, Greenland was home to indigenous peoples. The first known inhabitants were the Sakak culture, followed by the Dorset and Thule cultures, who were ancestors of today's Inuit population. The Inuit have lived on the island for centuries, adapting to its harsh Arctic conditions. The first Europeans to reach Greenland were the Norse Vikings, led by Eric the Red, around 982 AD. According to Icelandic sagas, Eric the Red was exiled from Iceland and settled in Greenland, naming it so to attract more settlers. The Norse established two main settlements in the south, thriving for centuries before mysteriously disappearing around the 15th century. Climate change, conflicts with the Inuit, and economic hardship may have contributed to their decline. In the early 18th century, Denmark began reasserting control over Greenland, largely driven by religious and economic motivations. The Danish missionary Hans Egede arrived in 1721 to convert the Inuit to Christianity. This marked the beginning of Denmark's colonial rule over Greenland, which was formalized in the 19th century. By the early 20th century, Denmark's claim to Greenland was recognized internationally. In 1933, the Permanent Court of International Justice officially confirmed that Greenland belonged to Denmark, following a dispute with Norway. During World War II, Denmark was occupied by Nazi Germany, and Greenland was effectively cut off from the motherland. The United States stepped in, establishing military bases on the island to defend against potential German threats. In 1941, the US signed an agreement with the Danish ambassador in exile, allowing American forces to operate in Greenland. After the war, Denmark regained control, but the US remained interested in Greenland's strategic position. In 1946, the US even offered to buy Greenland from Denmark for $100 million, but Denmark refused. In the decades following World War II, Greenland's relationship with Denmark evolved. In 1953, Greenland officially became a province of Denmark, integrating more closely into the kingdom. However, this move was controversial among Greenlanders, many of whom sought greater self-determination. In 1979, Denmark granted Greenland home rule, giving it control over many internal affairs, while Denmark retained authority over defense and foreign policy. This autonomy was expanded further in 2009, allowing Greenland to take control of additional responsibilities, including law enforcement and natural resource management. Today, Greenland has its own government and parliament, but it remains part of the Kingdom of Denmark. Greenland is not just a remote island covered in ice, it has significant strategic and economic value. Its location between North America and Europe makes it an essential military and geopolitical asset. The United States still operates the Thule Air Base in northern Greenland, which plays a key role in missile defense and Arctic surveillance. Additionally, Greenland is rich in natural resources, including rare earth minerals, oil and gas. As climate change causes ice to melt, new shipping routes through the Arctic are becoming viable, increasing Greenland's economic potential. These factors have attracted global interest, including from countries like China, which has sought to invest in Greenland's mining industry. The question of independence has been a major topic in Greenlandic politics. While many Greenlanders desire full sovereignty, economic challenges make this difficult. Greenland's economy relies heavily on financial support from Denmark, which provides an annual subsidy that covers about half of Greenland's budget. However, as Greenland develops its industries, particularly mining and tourism, it may one day be able to sustain itself independently. If that happens, we could see Greenland becoming the world's newest independent nation in the future. Greenland's connection to Denmark is a product of centuries of history, from Viking settlements to colonial expansion and modern political developments. While Greenland enjoys significant autonomy today, the question of full independence remains open. As the world changes, Greenland's strategic and economic importance will only continue to grow, making its future one to watch. What do you think? Should Greenland become independent, or is it better off remaining part of Denmark? Let us know in the comments below.